Hi everyone, this is Terry. Welcome back. It is so good to know you are here with me and have a her. You can't even see her face. Why is she there? All right, so we are going to continue with what happened in my house. But I wanted to let you know, stay tuned to the end. I have something really important I'd like to share with you, and I'm hoping you can help me. I'm going to put up the missing poster for my son, tell you where he was last seen. And he's the face of mental illness. The reason I'm going to be writing. So stay tuned, please. Now let's get into a little bit of paranormal activity. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the next installment of my story of my haunted house. I'm Terry. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I'm going to link them below and in the cards. Please check them out and then come back to this one. The next morning, following the visit from the police, it was a beautiful day, as it generally is in South Texas. I got the kids dressed, put my son in a stroller, and we went for a walk. I decided to go to the police station and thank the officers for coming by. I pushed the stroller through the door, my daughter in tow. It was a very small building, very old. You have to remember this was more than 30 years ago. And the first thing I saw when I entered the building was a glass case at the end of the hallway. We had to go up to that case to go in to the main office. When I got closer to the case, I saw a baseball bat. And at the top of the case, it said evidence locker. There was a tag around the bat that had the name of the teenager on it, and it was marked evidence. I was looking at that, not quite sure what to think. I'd never seen anything like that before. When my daughter ran up to me and peered into the case, she noticed the blue and silver, badly dented metal baseball bat. And she happily exclaimed, "Mom, look, there's Tony's bat." I grabbed her by the shoulders and asked, "How do you know about Tony?" I hadn't said a word to her. She said, "Mom, the lady told me." I then asked her, "Has the lady told you anything else?" She said that the woman said she and the others just wanted the house back. They didn't want us there and wanted us gone. So there were others in the house. There's no way my daughter would have known about that. I asked her, "Did the woman say anything else about Tony?" She said, "Oh, yes. We talk about Tony a lot." She said she loved him so much, and he was a very nice kid. Mom, she also said that she didn't think Tony did anything. She thought it was the devil. Here I am trying to be calm in front of my kids. My daughter's talking to some person and telling me about the devil and all this other stuff. She said, "Mom, Tony didn't hurt her. The devil did. The next stop was the Catholic Church. We went in and spoke with the priest. And he knew the woman. He said she was a very godly woman and she would never be in that house. She was, you gotta excuse me, wherever Catholics go, that's where she was. And I said, no, she's at the house. You have to come out, please. He asked me what was going on and I let him know what happened. He sat back in his chair, took the glasses from his head, pulled a white handkerchief from his pocket, and began to clean them as he sighed. He said she came to see me about a week before the event. She was very worried about her son. She said that he had fallen in with some bad kids and had been summoning spirits. Okay. I knew at that point, well, actually I knew earlier, there's no logic. There's spirits in my house. I asked the priest if he would come out because something was there. He said, well, it's not her. But when Tony opened the door to the spirits, they stayed. And they're going to be very hard to get rid of. I am freaking out of my mind at this point. I began to beg him to please come to the house to see if there was anything that he could do. I mean, you know, I'd seen The Exorcist and the priest did some things. So maybe this guy could do the same thing. He canceled all his appointments and followed me back to the house. When he got out of his car, I noticed he had something on a chain. There was smoke coming out of it. He had his Bible. He had his rosary. And he had a little bottle with water. He walked around the property, chanting, praying, and sprinkling water. After several minutes, he came to me and asked if he could pray over the house. And I said, oh yes, please, please. He put some of the water on his hand, on his fingers. He made crosses over all of the windows and the door. He went in, did the same from the inside. He went from room to room, following the motions he had done outside. When he finished with all of that, he came over to me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, there's no need to worry. You should be just fine now. I've prayed for the demons to leave, and I have prayed for your protection. It's not exactly the way it went down in The Exorcist. As he went out to his station wagon and began to pull away, I remember thinking, if the demons were gone, why had he prayed for our protection? Okay, everyone, we're going to stop right there. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Please check out the previous episodes. Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. And let me know if you've ever experienced this. You guys have a fantastic evening. I will see you soon. Peace. Yeah, it's getting really kind of creepy. I think I have one more segment and then we'll be finished with this series. I wanted to ask you a favor. Please keep an eye out for my son, especially if you are in the Northwest, or he could be anywhere. I'm start crying. I'm sorry. There is a poster on my Facebook Tattooed Biker Chick page. I will leave, there's a link to that in the description box, and if you feel so inclined, I'd ask you to please share it. I also wanted to tell you a little bit of something that happened last night, and I'm a little shook about this because I can't believe someone could be so heartless. I'm going to put up some screenshots with names blanked out. I have been looking for my son. I have not seen him since May the 26th. I've been speaking with police. Their last contact with my son was January of last year, so the police have not seen him since January. The officer I spoke with said that he was pretty badly hurting. Listen to me, Lord. You'd think he grew up in a swamp or something. The most recent picture that the officer had, which of course was in January, my son was very badly beaten. As I said, I when they hadn't seen him, and the streets of Portland, Oregon are a mess because they are doing sweeps of the homeless. I can't find my so-called regulars that I go to when I'm looking for my son. No one's where they are. The riots and everything happening downtown have displaced even this displaced. One of my friends shared the missing poster of my son on her Facebook last night, and I greatly appreciate it. But I didn't appreciate... Well, I guess I couldn't say that. I think it was eye-opening that someone's TV program can be worth more than a person's child that has severe mental health issues. In the time it took her to type out her snotty comment she could have reposted for my son to help us find him. But I'll let you see that. I am going to take the names out. It was just very eye-opening for me to see how ugly people can be and how heartless it seems we've become as a society. I also had a situation on my Instagram the other night. People are driving me out of my flipping mind. I need this ride for my mental health. And I took a picture of one of my tattoo artists and me, and I posted it on my Instagram. Then someone had some huge freaking political rant they wanted to go on and take everything out on me because of my tattoo artist. Doesn't matter whether I agree with him or I don't agree with him. I like people. I loved him. I love this guy. He's amazing. And for someone to take their hatred out on me when I'm just hanging with my friend, that's ridiculous. What the heck is this world coming from? Or what the heck is this world coming to? It could have been anyone's son. It could have been her son, your son, but it was my son. She wouldn't forward it. That's her prerogative, but why be snotty about it? And on Instagram, why be hateful and target me when I'm just taking a picture with my friend? And then continue to the point where this toxicity is not going to stop and I have to block this person. Guys, let's bring humanity back to the human race. I probably got off track there somewhere because, that's just what I do. I hope you enjoyed episode 4. We have one more episode to get through. Then I will be back with ride updates for you. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later. Don't forget to check out my don't forget to check out, almost did it again. My mouth goes faster than my thoughts, or my thoughts go faster than, well, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't mind, I would really appreciate you spreading the awareness of my son, in that helps spread the awareness of mental health and the fact that these people we see do belong to very caring, loving families. I'm lost. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you would. And I really don't know what else to say, because I got off track because of my son and because of whoever that was on my Instagram that just felt entitled. What are you going to do? In a bit. You're my dog. Should I wake her up? Karma. Carm? You want a treat? Karma, do you want a treat? Girl is sound asleep. We'll just let her sleep. Okay. Rude, calling me when I'm videoing. Talk to you later.